Hey, I'm seeking truth today. And I picked a couple of verses that is my sister's favorite verses. And that was in Lamentations 3:22 and 23. I want to read them to you right now. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. He is so faithful to us. You know, those are really big words. Those are important words. And if we wanted to look back at the beginning of Lamentations, and we would see that Israel had been in captivity by Babylon. They were slaves. They were slaves to Babylon's desires and needs and wants. They had lost everything. They lost their homes. They lost their temple. It was destroyed. They were exiled. They weren't even in their own country. Their routines and traditions were taken away. Everything that they had, their possessions, were gone. There was a lot of people that were sick. Many had no food. There was a lot of weeping. There was loneliness. There was sadness. There was sorrow. And there was darkness. When you get in that place, things can feel very dark. You know, I think that also when you're in that dark place, you feel lost or devastated. You feel depressed. It's very difficult. Have you ever felt that way? Well, we know now, if we were to read his word, that we will not be consumed because of his love. But you know, the Israelites had God, just as we have God also through Jesus Christ. And there can be light and hope with God and with Jesus. If you are to look up in the sky beyond clouds, you can see blue sky. I feel like that's that light at the end of the tunnel, or that's that little ray of sunshine. If you were in a plane and you look down sometimes and look out, you would see these dark clouds, but then you kind of look up and here it is blue. So you know that there is light where sometimes there is darkness. You know, when they were in the midst of their sorrow and their darkness, they also took a moment to remember what God had done for them, to remember the past where he had been faithful. If we were to read verse 21, that's what's causing all this conversation here. And verse 21 says, "Yet this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope." So they called to mind his faithfulness. And if we were to read on and down and look into verse 25, the Lord is good to those whose hope is in him, to the one who seeks him. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. So, did you hear that word, wait? Very small word, but very big demand. It takes a lot. It's a big task to be able to wait. I have probably stomped my foot. I probably argued with God. Many of those things I've done because I didn't want to wait for his timing. You know, his time is always best. Again, in verse 23, he tells us that his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. You know, sometimes the waiting is for a reason, and we need to hold on to the mercy that he gives us every morning and receive that. You know, when we are able to know that in the morning we have his mercies new, and that it would be, as it says in here, every morning, and to remember how faithful he has been. We can lay our heads down at night and feel like when we wake up we're going to be renewed, revived, and of course if we have believed in Jesus Christ, we are redeemed. So we should be able to take these words in the light that they are given, that we should, if we're in a dark spot, let's remember there's a little piece of light. It might just be a sliver right now, but hold on to that light because there is hope in Jesus Christ. And also, if you have never accepted Christ, you have that opportunity to have and find hope in the future. So I want you to think about that. Let's wake up in the morning feeling revived, renewed, and redeemed. I hope you have a great week. Catch you later.